I don't have time for heat acclimation in fight camp. What should I do? I know heat acclimation sessions can be a bit of an inconvenience, but they are worth it to make the final water cut less of a stress, both psychologically and physiologically. If you're working full time and training full time, it can be hard to find the time to fit in 1 or 2 heat acclimation sessions per week in fight camp. Another option you could try would be to condense them closer to the fight. If you take time off work in the last 1 to 2 weeks before the fight and training is tapered down a little bit, you could opt to do daily or every other day heat acclimation sessions in these last 1 or 2 weeks before the fight. I even have a sneaking suspicion that I need to look into in a little bit more depth that this may be slightly better as there's less time for the heat acclimation adaptations to decay between the sessions, but hold that thought for now. This bunched approach is more similar to what I've seen in research where endurance athletes will perform heat acclimation sessions prior to racing in hot climates. They group it together for between 5 days to 2 weeks. It's also more similar to what Thai fighters do when they run in sweatsuits during fight week, although they often make the mistake of overdoing it and restricting water, so just be aware of that. Obviously, the endurance athletes in the research aren't cutting weight, so a few tweaks would be recommended to use this approach with fighters who are cutting weight. First, use the same method you plan to use for the real water cut: sauna suit, bath, portable sauna blanket, or any combination of those. Next, keep drinking room temperature water during these sessions. They are heat acclimation sessions, not dehydration sessions. The adaptations will occur regardless of whether you drink or not during. Go into the heat acclimation sessions well hydrated and rehydrate with fluid and electrolytes unless you're in the low sodium stage of fight week. In that case, it would be just fluid. Dial it up or down based on your training. Keep the heat acclimation session short, about 10 to 30 minutes, while your training intensity is high. And finally, keep daily water intake high. Again, I really want to reinforce that we don't want you dehydrated ahead of the final water cut. So if you're struggling to find time to fit in heat acclimation sessions across camp, consider giving this slightly modified version a go in the last 1 or 2 weeks before the fight, and feel free to let me know how you get on. I want to know.